Ceramic tiles have unparalleled advantages over other floor and wall coverings, which explains their increasing popularity. Tiles make for a pleasant home ambience and so enhance people's feeling of well-being. Alone, the aesthetic beauty of ceramic tiles is enough to lend a positive note to the start of your day. In addition, tiles are hygienic, easy to clean and care for, and environmentally friendly. Thanks to their virtually unlimited scope of application, tiles have become indispensable in modern architecture. These attractive and valuable ceramic products must be laid using sophisticated techniques that produce absolutely consistent and reliable results. To guarantee secure, long-term bonding to the substrate, the new generations of dense-fired tiles require top-quality, highly polymer-modified adhesives. Binders in the form of Vinapass redispersible powders and dispersions from Vaca polymers ensure a high-quality tile adhesive. Vinapass makes tile adhesives easier to process and enhances the functional safety and longevity of tile work in new and renovated buildings. Uneven substrates require prior treatment. Brick walls, for example, must be plastered before they are tiled. Once the substrate has been prepared, the tiler measures the size of the tiles, determines the spacing, and marks the area to be tiled. Clean water is poured into a mixing vessel. Then, the ready-to-use dry mixture of adhesive mortar and Vinapass redispersible powder is stirred in. A stirrer is used to remove lumps and obtain a uniform consistency. The compound is then left to stand for 5 minutes. After this maturing time, the adhesive mortar is stirred again. It is now ready to use. First of all, a thin contact layer is applied to the substrate with a steel trowel. In a second step, this layer is combed in one direction with a notched trowel. Thanks to modification with Vinapass redispersible powder, the individual ridges do not slump. Tiles can be laid much faster with the thin bed technique than with the traditional thick bed technique. The thin bed technique is also much simpler and more efficient. An added advantage is that sand and cement consumption is significantly lower. The tiles are now pressed into the adhesive bed by applying gentle pressure. When tiles are installed using the modern thin bed technique, there is no need for time-consuming measuring or stabilization with spacers. As a component of tile adhesives, Vinapass redispersible powder ensures high wet adhesion and sag resistance. These properties, while always desirable, are indispensable for tile adhesives used to secure fine stoneware tiles. The quality of modified tiles adhesives is measured in numerous application-oriented tests. The slip test, to start with, demonstrates a tile adhesive's wet adhesion and sag resistance. The tile is pressed into an adhesive bed with a force of 50 Newton for 30 seconds. The subsequent test shows that the tile does not slip despite an additional load. A tile adhesive's open time is another important property influencing efficiency and accuracy in tiling. The open time is the maximum period of time following application of the tile adhesive, during which it retains the necessary adhesive strength for the tiles in question. Tile adhesives modified with Vinapass redispersible powders have excellent open times. The addition of Vinapass redispersible powder also improves adhesion and flexibility. Various tests are carried out to verify these properties. In the tensile adhesive strength test, the force needed to pull the tile off the substrate is measured. The bending test is used to check the deformability or flexibility of our tile adhesives. Without Vinapass redispersible powders, tile adhesives cannot accommodate and dissipate stresses occurring between the substrate and the tile. The bond becomes brittle. Good flexibility is important for tiled patios, for example, where the tiles are exposed to severe temperature variations. During the day, they get very hot in the sun and expand. At night, they cool down again considerably. The same applies to difficult substrates such as plaster and wood. Here you see a tile adhesive without redispersible powder. And here is one that has been modified with Vinapass redispersible powder. Once the tile adhesive is dry, the grouting work can be started. Clean water is again poured into a mixing vessel. The dry mix mortar, modified with Vinapass redispersible powder, is stirred into the water. The grout is applied with a rubber-backed trowel. It must completely fill the joints. Here too, Vinapass redispersible powder influences the most important properties of the mortar. It enhances the grout's abrasion resistance and its adherence to the edges of the tiles, and renders it hydrophobic. The finished tilework is cleaned by wiping with a damp sponge. Wacker, creating tomorrow's solutions.